YouTube! Like, share, subscribe, let's ride. Back again with another banger. Here with my partner though. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe is free, stop playing with me. Man, another war in Cali story. I haven't done one of these in a good little while. I'm excited, not gonna lie, not gonna cap. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, this right here, these reactions are reactions that really put me on, that really got me to my 1,000 subscriber mark. So I'ma always stay true to videos like these, man. So y'all already know how we do. So without further ado, let's get it. Hey, before we do that, make sure you subscribe. It's free. Stop playing with me. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's get it.
Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali.
Welcome
In
back.
this episode, I'm going to detail the story of Big James Miller from the original Harlem 30 Crips.
Okay.
Big James was born James Miller on July 27, 1955 in Los Angeles, California. Initially, James grew up in a two-parent home, but his parents would later split up, and he would later move around Los Angeles in various different areas. Much of James' childhood, he would be back and forth between his mother and father's homes, putting him to go to different schools in different areas and meeting a host of new people. As a kid, James was chubby, so he was often picked on because of his weight. But by middle school, James would go through a transition, and his body would change with him becoming muscular. And the past issues that he faced would build hate and vengeance in James, and anybody who messed with him in the past or the future were going to pay for it. Over the teenage years of James' life, he became known for being a tough individual, and he would go against anybody who opposed him. During the 70s and James' teenage years, Crips and Blood gangs started forming all over Los Angeles, and James and his crew of friends will form a gang called the Harlem Godfathers.
The Harlem Godfathers.
And James is credited as being a founder of that gang. James would go to various high schools like Dorsey and Manual Arts, and was known as a football star.
Bro was pretty big when he was younger, man. Number 75, like he was out there making shit go crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
But James was still active and gangbanging heavy in the streets. And at Manual Arts, he would get into it with the Brims. A gang a lot of the Crips hated. The Brims would eventually become Bloods and a top rival to several Crip gangs.
Okay.
Like the gang that James would be in.
So before the Brims were Blood, they were just Brims. Did I get that correct? It did. You know what I'm saying? And then they transformed into becoming Bloods. Is that 100?
With everything that James was involved in.
Did I hear that correct?
James would go to juvenile hall and even youth authority during his teenage years, and he would further his name in the gang world, being known for his size.
That nigga had that Afro Thunder Fro. God damn. Look at that motherfucker. That bitch big as hell. That nigga got big as hell too.
BJ. And his
Look at that fro, nigga.
And fighting skills got him respect from several sets. Back on the streets, Big James would become even more vicious over time. His street activities would gain him the name, the Brim Killer.
Damn.
With the Brims and other Bloods being his gang main rival. And that's something Big James would take to heart, trying to destroy every rival in his way. The Harlem Godfathers would later become the original Harlem Crips and other names like the Rollin 30 Crips of the geographical location within their turf. With their turf being located on the west side of South Central, within the streets, based in the 30s. By the mid-70s, Big James was causing a lot of destruction in the streets, with him being a part of a lot of shootings, a lot of gang wars, and also a lot of robberies. But by 1976, James would be arrested on a long list of charges, from a long list of robberies, kidnappings, and also murders. And this would be a long dragged out case that took 4 trials to finally decide Big James and his co-defendant's fate. After 3 mistrials off this case, Big James will be sentenced to life in prison.
God damn. So they had 3 mistrials. And then, but at the end of it all, they still gave this nigga life? God damn, man. That's crazy. Sheesh.
At the young age of 21. While in prison, Big James' reputation and status will grow, becoming one of the most reputable and known Crips mentioned in history. He would be a major part of several Crip organizations in prison, like Blue Magic and CCO. CCO will mean Consolidated Crip Organization, but CCO will later disband on several factors, mostly being inner circle turmoil. And Big James would even have his own issues with CCO over him calling shots that will lead to several members getting disciplined, which led to beef within the gang. That move would lead to Big James almost losing his life. After several years in prison, James would start to change his gangster ways and focus on becoming a better man and he would pick up skills and trades while in prison. Big James had endured a lot of chaos in his life, from juvenile hall, youth authority, and prison, which he went to prison for the rest of his life at the young age of 21. So in his final days of life, Big James will be at peace until his death in 2006 at the age of 50. Big James spent over 30 years of his life being locked up, and he gained a deadly reputation from the streets to prison. The gang he helped form, the Rollin 30 Crips, will go on to be one of the most known Crip gangs in Los Angeles and around the world, having different branches in other cities and other states. All that came from Big James doing. This will conclude.
Yeah, I like this one, man. This one right here. Although, dude, he died at 50, he did. At the end of it all, he tried his best to, I guess, right his wrongs and everything like that. But shit, I mean, that boy spent 30 years of his life in prison. I mean, he was only free for like 20 years. You know what I mean? So 30 years life in prison, that's crazy, bro. Like, that's what I be saying, bro. Like, shit like this, man. And like, motherfuckers gotta understand, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. This niggas is in jail for 20 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, life and shit. In his case, he's gonna be in jail for the rest of his life anyway. You can only imagine what niggas is up in there doing, dog. Like, hell nah, nigga. I gotta be free. I gotta be out here fucking with these bitches, man. You did? I gotta be out here fucking with these bitches, man. I can't be locked up 24/7 with just niggas around me. Hell nah, that ain't the way to go. I give a fuck what nobody say. A lot of niggas say you ain't no real man till you go to prison, nigga. I guess I ain't no real nigga. Guess I ain't no real man. I ain't trying to go to prison. But let me know what you guys felt about the reaction, man. Make sure you smash that like button, comment below, subscribe, and free stop playing with me. We're gonna be doing a lot more of these again, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Tony Racks, Racks Media. Get your racks up. Let's get it.